Hi everyone, Caroline here. Today I'm going to do a Father's Day card because it's coming up to Father's Day. So I'm going to do a mail card that can be used for it. I'm using as my base card this top folding card I've got from Stamps by Me. It's measuring 5 3/4 by 8 1/4, and I've done a card base to go on it. I'm going to be using the Imala Tomorrow stamp, which is this fabulous scene of the bridge and the tree and the banking. And I'm going to use Impossible, which has got this guy on as well. So I've used I've made a mask, but I've cut off the bag that he carries on the stamp because I don't want that on, but I want everything else on. So I'm going to pop that there and get my Tomorrow stamp, because it has a wonderful tree at the side here. Can you see that? So I want him about there. Just at the side. About there. I'm going to use Memento because I'm using alcohol markers to colour him in. And with Memento, the colours don't bleed into the black. The alcohol markers don't bleed into the black, which, you know, makes your colour a different colour. Press well around your mask. This makes a lovely card for either a male birthday, Father's Day, or a male card. Especially if you've got a walker in the family that enjoys going walking out in the countryside. It's perfect, isn't it? There we are. Just want that there. Okay, that's good. Now we'll put our guy in. Wrong way round. So he goes there, and I'm just going to cover his bag up because I don't want that on. So I'm just going to take a chance here that I can mask that little bit out. See how we go on. I'll wipe some of the ink off the stamp where the back is as well. Let's see if that works okay. Yeah, I think we've done that. That's okay. It's a very watery kind of ink, is Memento. It's I do have refill, and I do keep using that, but doesn't feel a thick ink. That's gone on okay, hasn't it? And we've managed to get rid of the bag. We've just not got all of the bridge on. So I'm just going to colour that in with my fine marker, because nothing is impossible. Okay. And then just put some grass up the side here on the banking. Let's do a squiggle. Some squiggles here, like that. And just make up the joining bit there. And I think I'm just going to do a couple of the stones as well, and follow this along here, like that, to show he's on solid ground and he's been coming along a path. At the back there, some trees, because obviously that's the water from the river. Right, clean my stamp and we'll get about colouring in. Just put a bit of copy paper down where I'm going to colour in. First of all, I'm going to do the sky, and I'm going to use my tumbled glass. Which I have. Strange. And I had that yesterday. Another one anyway. I use my Imala brush as well. So just to get him on there, just put my mask over him so I can do the blue sky behind him. That's a nice sky behind. Not too dark, because it's a nice day. He's out walking on a nice day. And then I'm going to use my Maya markers, and I'm going to do a very pale green. Start with a pale green. Oh, that's too pale. There we are. Fabulous tree, this, isn't it? So by starting with the light, you can then go in a bit darker for shading, but you've got your base down. Like that. So that's the GY174 if you have the Maya markers. Then I'm going to go with the G58. Then to just a shade in. especially under the branches. And I tend to dot as well, leave the top light because the sun's on that, or daylight. Could have had a guy with an umbrella, couldn't we, as well? We could do with that. A gentleman with an umbrella, out walking with his umbrella. That would be good. As you can see, I just dot about. And that's given it depth, hasn't it? So if you're new to colouring, it's really worth getting it and investing in a really good set of marker pens. They will see you through. I'm sure, I know that these Maya markers on the How to Craft network are out of stock at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be bringing something back because they were so popular. I'll do these trees at the side. Here. That was the G58. Going back to my GY174, I just want to do this grassy area. There's a little bit of noise in the background, and that's because I've got my window open to let some cool air in. It's early morning here, and it's really is the only time I've been able to do any crafting in the morning because the heat's been so bad. I am up in a dormer bedroom. My craft room is the dormer bedroom in our bungalow, and the heat up here just gets silly crazy. Back with this, and then to shade the grass, just the bits of grass there, and around the trees. There we are. Then just a slightly darker G46 this, so we'll see what sort of green this is. Yeah, just slightly darker for underneath. Just underneath. And that just brings the branches out and all the foliage, the leaves. Gives it really good shading. You see what a difference that's made? I do try and go for 3 shades if I can with my colouring for something like this, because it does make a difference. And you see that. Just check you're in frame here. Let's have notes. Good. Okay. There we are. And now we'll do some blue for the water. See how pale this one is? It's the PB144. So yes, that's a nice pale blue. Because then we can shade with that as well. And this is the PB74. Just for, and don't worry if it's a bit dark, looks a bit dark, because we can blend then with that lighter one. Back with the lighter one and blend that in. Isn't it wonderful how they've got the reflection of the bridge in the stamp? It really is marvellous. I do love this. Just going to get a green with a fine end for those bushes there. That's it. And I'll go over with my Imala gel pen after, just to put some little white in there. And I'm going to go with the grey now for the bridge. And I'm starting with the CG1. I'll do the brown of my tree in a second. CG1. And where's the other CG? I've been using the greys a lot lately. This is a warm grey one as well. Which sort of gives the stones a bit of a brown look to them. That's it. I'm going to take that up there because it's a good light one. This is the BR102. So I'll get a bit of shading with that. And I'm going in with a warm grey 3. Just to blend that in. Even though it says it's a warm grey, you know, you do get a really good brown with it. So that's good. I know we'll do the guy. I'm using my Copic markers for the skin tones. I hope that's okay in shot. His hands. Use my fine marker and just finish his hand off there. That's his jacket. And then just a bit of shading. Like that. Wrong again. Blend that in. There he is. I think I'll do his hair brown. But of course you can match whatever colour hair you want to the person that's receiving it. And I'm going to do his polo shirt in, I think in a yellow. I don't want it too bright. Let's see what I've got. Or I may go with a turquoisey blue. Let's have a look what we've got. Yes. PB271. Yes, that's lovely, isn't it? And it's a very summery colour, that. He's got it tucked in. He's a tucked in kind of guy. Looks very smart for a summer walk, doesn't he? Perhaps he's going meeting friends or going out for lunch. Nice. And this is the B64. Just to do a little bit of shading. If you're ever worried about getting the right colour for shading, use a grey, use a pale grey. I mean, this is the Pro Marker grey 2. And as you can see, I could do the same job. And his suit, I think we'll do in I was going to do a cream, but I think we'll do it in a pale grey. It's a nice summer grey. So back to CG1. We don't want it too dark. Don't know where that bit of red's come from, but we'll shade in with that anyway. Nothing is impossible. Got a CG3, use my CG2. His lapels. Like that. Just by going on the edge, it stops it looking flat. This is CG3, so this is a little bit darker. So you can graduate your shading. I'm going to do his shoes in a brown as well. He's looking good, isn't he? Just leave a little bit of white at the front, just where it's got a bit of a reflection, like that. Can you see that little bit of white? These stones on the banking, a little bit of shading with the grey. I've missed a little bit of green there as well. A little bit of greenery there. And there he is. So now I just want to go down the side and give him a bit of a drop shadow. This is getting running out. I use my marker pen such a lot, they do soon run out. There we are. Okay, ready to pop him on the card now. Oh, I just want to use my white Imala, which are brilliant for on any surface, even on Distress Oxide. Comes up brilliant. And that just puts a little bit of light on there. A little bit of light on his collar. A little bit in his hair as well, just to highlight his hair. Oh, something's fallen on his shoes. Lovely. So I'll get my glue and glue the back. This was one I tried it out with the bag, made a mess of it, but I never waste my card. Just turn it over, use the back. Nothing is wasted. There we are. Just going to grey this a little bit here, where he's walking. There we are. And there we have it. All you have to do then is put a sentiment here or up there. Happy Father's Day or Happy Birthday, whichever you want. Yep. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.